Max, you visited about 17 teams for your pre-draft workouts. What impressed you the most about your visit here?
About here? I mean, the first thing for me was just the people. You know, you get here and then you go to Nico brought me to dinner with Michael Finley, and that just shows, you know, just how the people and how, you know, I felt welcome. I felt welcome. You know, they embraced me here, and then just, you know, from, you know, the workout, you know, for my workout was a one-on-one workout, but just the coaches and everybody, it felt right, and everybody was super welcoming. You know, met Coach Kidd after the workout, and you know, I just felt like it was the right place for me, and it felt really good to be here. So, yeah.
Also, you originally were going to go to the NBA draft and sit in the stands with your family.
Yeah.
But you got the call from the NBA you was going to be in the green room.
Yes.
What was that call like for you?
I mean, it was great. I mean, you know, it's being in the green room. It was a great honor to be there, and just to know I was in the green room. I mean, it's something, you know, as a kid you watch everybody in the green room, and then to be there was just a great feeling. But you know, regardless whether I was in the stands or the green room, you know, you're there to hear your name called. But to be honest, it was great to be part of the whole, you know, green room experience.
Dereck and Max and Kelly Kaplan for Dallas, 20 years old from Dallas. For both of you, just take me through what these last 4 days have been like, from how you celebrated getting drafted to where you went after and getting here, and just everything you guys have gone through.
Well, these 4 days have definitely been pretty chaotic, you know, just being able to just be as adaptive as you can be. You know, you're just going from place to place. You're just on the road a lot, and you know, just being pulled in a lot of different directions. But you know, these last 4 days have just been, since the draft, just being able to just be with your family, be with your loved ones, and just be thankful for the people who've gotten you this far.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what he said. You know, it's been a lot, but you know, trying to take it all in. You know, stay in the moment, enjoy, you know, the whole experience. And like you said, thank the people that have helped us, you know, get here. You know, family, you know, coaches, friends, all those people, because you know, you need everybody. You know, you can't do it by yourself. So, but no, it's been great, and you know, glad we're here now in Dallas.
Do anything specific to celebrate, or did you get to go home? Like, what made the specifics of our days that stand out to you?
I mean, after the draft, you know, just had, you know, all the people that came to New York to support me. Just had a little, like, you know, get together with those people, and just, you know, taking it all in, because this is something you work for your whole life to be here. So you gotta appreciate and celebrate every moment. And now that you know, the draft part is over, now you know, it's time to get to work and get ready for Summer League.
Jason, Newey Scruggs, NBC5. Michael Finley came out draft night, and he compared Dereck to Tyson Chandler. You played with Tyson Chandler, won a championship. Are there similarities, and what have the conversations with you and Dereck been so far?
Yeah, I think Finn's correct. There are some similarities when you look at Tyson later in his career. So you have to understand, Tyson came in the league as a 3 at a high school and ended his career as a center. And so, but there are some similarities. I think Dereck probably, and unfortunately, Tyson, don't be mad, but he probably shoots the ball a little bit better than Tyson. But we're excited to have Dereck. Just the similarity is great because you talk about a champion. Dereck works extremely hard. He's fulfilled part of his dream, and that's to be drafted. The next part is to be a champion, and he's ready to work. We talked about that last night. Again, just at dinner last night with these two, very mature, ready to work, and not afraid to ask a question. And so that's exciting as a coach and also as a GM.
Eddie Sutton, Mavs.com. I know you talked about this a time or two in your life, but can you kind of just explain about your mom's perseverance and toughness and how that's filtered to you?
So just going back, giving a little bit of history, you know, my mom's been battling cancer since 2013, you know, and before that, my dad passed 2 years before. So it just seemed like there's been a lot of walls in front of us that seems like we can't get around. So I've seen my mom on days where she can't even get downstairs. I've seen some days where she could barely talk to me. So just to see where she's at right now, right in front of me, to be able to be here in this place, it just makes me want to work harder, and it just makes you just want to provide a life for her that is better than anything that she could possibly get for herself.
Dereck, so if your dad was with you on draft night, what do you think the first thing that he said you would do?
You know, hopefully he said I'm proud. You know, I know he's proud. You know I've made my family proud. My dad's side of my family, my mom's side of my family, and just being able to just try to carry his name and just make sure my name can reach the heavens.
Big Gang said locked on for Dereck and for O-Max. Now you guys have reached this goal of being in the NBA. What's your next goal? Have you thought about what your next goal is for your NBA career?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot for, I want to accomplish in my NBA career, but, right now, my goal is to grow, learn as much as I can, especially now with Summer League, and get, help this team, as much as I can, my rookie season. And, obviously the goal is to win a championship, but there's steps to that. And for me, my goal right now is just to become as ready as I can, prepare as much, get better, and just, help this team as much as I can and impact, winning. So, yeah.
This question is for both of you guys. From Brad Townley from the Dallas Morning News. What are y'all's earliest impressions? How much do you know about Dallas? Did you grow up watching the Mavs at all, or what's your earliest memory of Mavericks?
I've always, the Mavericks have always been on the TV. They've always been like a team that you've always heard of. They've always just had some type of an aura around them. Whenever they came on, your eyes draw to them. Just you've been able to watch them over the past couple of years. It's some spot that you've always been watching, but you just never see yourself there. But I'm just being able to be at this position. It's kind of a dream come true, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be able to work.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think one of the first full series I watched in the finals was when in 2011 the Heat versus Dallas. I was only not even 9 years old, and that's how. Yeah. Didn't want to make you feel old, Coach, but
he was 11.
But at that time, you watch guys like Coach Kidd and Dereck, and you're like, and against guys like LeBron, D Wade, you're like, this is where you want to get to, and just to see the history of this organization and franchise, and just to be part of it now, I mean, it's truly a blessing. So it's exciting.
Entry with Texas Metro News. As you make the transition from college to the pros, who or what will you rely on to help you personally and professionally to make that transition?
Just being able to just have your circle, have your people who you've grown around, people who you could trust, and people who aren't always telling you yes. There's got to be people in your life to tell you no and to try to keep you in the right light, not make sure you're going down the wrong path and making sure that you're focused.
Yeah, I mean, to add to that, you want to have people around you who will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's the biggest key. And, having people around you who know you best, and, rely on, for the transition, rely on people who's been through it, people who have more experience than you, my teammates, my coaches, people that know and that can help us grow and be better. So, yeah.
Dereck and O-Max, this is Tim Cato. I'm a beat writer with The Athletic. We saw it online, but that moment where you guys, after being drafted, you're in the back rooms and you're like teammates.
Well, for me, I remember being so happy that I'm not alone in this. I got someone else to go through this with me. I got someone to go through the highs and lows with me. So I know he's gonna be my brother through this, and I know I'm gonna be his. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, we're going through this at the same time. We that moment where I saw him, I was like, if I don't know, we just it was kind of a spark there, and we just connected. I was like teammate, and then but it's great to have somebody going through it at the same time, and guy, we're the same draft class, and guy, we could play many years here together and grow and build that connection over the years. So yeah.
O-Max, Landon Thomas, Mavs fans for Life.com. First of all, welcome to Dallas. And second of all, is there a part of your game where you look to showcase more at the NBA level that maybe you didn't have a chance to show at the college level?
Just being able to just play within the system, being able to spread the floor and still being able to get the things done that need to be done, being able to protect the rim, being able to put a threat on the basket, and just being able to just be the most coachable player on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, for me, defensively, a guy that, could guard multiple positions, and that's, one of my strengths. But offensively, and just a guy you can rely on, knock down open shots, a guy that, put pressure on the paint, offensive rebound, cut, and, just a guy that could, complement, star players and be reliable on both ends. That's what I want to be.
Dereck, could you share your goals for your NBA career?
Just being able to just go in and just be a sponge. I'm not just trying to go in and try to play my game. I'm trying to go in and try to play the NBA's game. Try to go in and try to learn as quickly as possible and develop. I'm not going to go in and be perfect, and I know that. I'm just trying to go in and just try to get 1% better each day so I can see how far I can go.
Max, when you were at Marquette, Coach Smart had this energy analytic where he was rating the players on the energy that they bring.
Yeah.
NBA is always talking about we need energy guys. Can you talk about the kind of energy you bring? It's like you kind of get the crowd into it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big on energy. I mean, at Marquette, we had those things called EGBs, energy generating behaviors, and we're trying to do as many of those. It could be, high five, screaming after basket or block or anything to bring energy to the team. And, that's what I want to bring. Energy is contagious, and as a guy like me, anything I can do to help my team be at their best, my teammates be at their best, I'm willing to do that. And, that's just the way I play this game. You got to play with, leave everything out there, and you got to be happy. You got to have fun with it all. And, that's how I play this game with all energy. So.
Question for Nico. The Nature Mighty Mavs film room. If I told you a week ago that you'd be introducing these two as Mavericks, what would your reaction have been?
I would feel great about the draft. Honestly, I mean, both these two gentlemen we liked during the draft process, and if you'd have told me we were able to get both of them, I wouldn't believe you.
Nico, I'm sure there's 100 different reasons why you like these two guys and you're able to draft them. Is it fair to say that they both represent a roster-wide push to add athleticism, just in general?
Yeah, but it's more than that, though. I think if you just boil it down to just athleticism, I think you miss a big picture and also who they really are. I think both on and off the court. I also think defensive-minded. I think athletic but energetic. I just think they're more than just athleticism.
Are those attributes, do they reflect your vision for how you want to build a roster? Do they reflect the vision of how you think you should build around Luka? Is it both of those things and they just happen to overlap?
Yeah, I think it's a complement of both. I mean, when you have two people that can, run the floor, they're super athletic, they're young, so we're getting them at their beginning stages, like they're gonna get better. That's what you want.
And Jason, if possible, I'd love to also kind of hear, just the idea of how athleticism and all these attributes that Nico described complement Luka.
Yeah, I'm gonna borrow Finn's quote from draft night. Did you see us play last year? No, I think when you look at the core of our youth here in Dallas is pretty special. When you talk about Luka, you talk about these two young gentlemen that are sitting here, Hardy and Josh. That's a pretty cool core. And you look around the league, we feel comfortable or confident that we can compete with the athletic teams in this league. And so to be able to get these two, it's what Nico's vision is, and we're going in the right direction. When you watch the layup line, it won't just be layups anymore.
Oh, man. Hold on a second.
I borrowed that line too from someone else.
That's actually a big deal. Let that sink in for a minute.
So do you envision a 24 and under lineup that you can get out there occasionally?
Yeah, why not? Why not? But I think, sometimes we lose sight. We're young and we have developed here. And what you've heard from these two young men is that they're not afraid to work, and they're about team. And if you have that mindset, only good things are going to happen. And so for our coaching staff, for our owner, for our management, we're all excited, today, and then tomorrow we get to work.
Jason, to go off of that, your staff has a good track record of developing these young guys the past few years. In what ways do you see them ready to make an impact in year one, and what are the first things that your staff's going to work with them to develop on as the season gets going?
Yeah, I think Dereck said it best just a few minutes ago. He has a partner to be able to go through this with. When you talk about Hardy, he was by himself last year. Josh, the year before, was by himself or maybe forgotten. But I think to be able to have someone to go through it when you feel lost or you have a question, you have your partner right there in that locker room to be able to ask. And then to be able to have a teammate like Hardy who just went through that dark room, and then to be able to talk to Josh. I don't know if Luka's ever had any trouble as a rookie, but I think, and then also to be able to talk to these other guys about our star players and what they like and what they don't like. And so this is. The foundation is being built. You see it here today, and we're all excited.
Nico, how do these moves impact the team's philosophy and thought on approaching Kyrie Irving right now in the upcoming free agency?
I think they complement it perfectly. I mean, just what we talked about, bringing athleticism, two gentlemen that can play. They don't need the ball in their hands. They can play alongside people, and they can finish the plays. So I think it's a great compliment.
Isaac Harris, Locked On, and the Mavs. Dereck, Omax, welcome to Dallas. Assuming you guys watch the playoffs, how do you guys see your skill set translating to playoff basketball?
I mean, you hear that quote all the time. Defense wins championships, and for me, the biggest key is coming in and be a guy that could really help defensively, and the guy that's gonna. You see this year, Christian Brown with the Nuggets, he came in and embraced his role defensively, cutting, finishing, all those little things. And I feel like could be a guy like that come in and impact this team and just do the little plays. It's all about the details, the hustle plays, who wants it more. And, I will want it more than whoever's on the other side. You can count on that, so, yeah.
Dereck, your time at Duke, you weren't always 100% healthy. Do you feel like the best of what we didn't get it at Duke, that you'll be able to get more of in the NBA if healthy?
Yes.
Off the court, Dereck, so who are you? What's your favorite food? Favorite TV show do you game? Who's Dereck Lively II? Same for Omax.
I'm just a fun, just goofy, just go-lucky type of guy. Just because I'm tall doesn't mean I'm scary. Just because I got like a mean look on my face doesn't mean I'm scary. I love to talk to people. I love to be involved in my community. When I got into the airport yesterday, it felt amazing to already just be having people come up to me and talk to me. I like to watch Power. I like to watch Jurassic Park. I like to watch things like that. Mm-hmm. I like Philly cheesesteaks, but I'm just somebody who just would rather put a smile on your face than just sit there and be in an awkward silence.
Max, thank you. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm an easygoing dude. A guy that loves to put a smile on people's face. Bring energy to the room, bring a light to the room, and I like having company. Having people who I care about around me. I love playing board games with family and friends. Laugh, all that kind of stuff. My favorite food is Haitian food. Haitian descent. I love that food, and I like to watch shows like anime. I like anime a lot as well. I'm a big anime guy, so just things like that. I speak 4 of them. French, English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole.
Good afternoon, Valencia King with Real Talk Sports. Welcome to Dallas. Question for both of you. You mentioned a few questions ago with Dorothy, your circle and not having people that are yes men around you. Mm-hmm. You may not be in a position where you feel like you can give advice, but what advice would you give to young athletes who are trying to find that right circle to support them?
The advice I would give them, the biggest key is, find people who, have your best interests at heart. And, you know, people who know you best, you know, people who've been with you since day one, who's seen you fail, who's seen your ups, who's seen your downs, those are the people you want around you, and people who stick with you through those times. And, you know, the biggest thing as well, tell, you know, young kids is, you know, believe in yourself. You know, there's going to be a lot of people out there, a lot of media people saying this and that. People are going to be, you know, going to be criticizing you left and right. It's all about what you believe about yourself. And, you know, that's been the biggest thing for me. And, you know, I think for young players, that's the biggest thing for them as well.
Well, Max, you have a sister on the Canadian women's basketball team. How much have you guys like trained together, and who's the better player?
You know, first and foremost, I'm the better player, but nah, me and my sister, I mean, we've trained together. I mean, for years. I mean, we just have a special bond, and just me and her, you know, seeing, you know, what we're doing now, and, you know, knowing that, you know, when we were kids, we would talk about, you know, what we're doing now all the time, and just seeing the work she's putting out. I mean, you know, she came in as a 17-year-old, you know, played in college at Notre Dame as a 17-year-old early, and seeing what she's doing now, playing with the senior women's team. I mean, her trajectory is it's going in the right direction, and, you know, she wants to play in the WNBA, and I know she will, just because of, you know, her work ethic, you know, her dedication, her hard work, and I'm just there, you know, to guide her and witness what she's doing. But I'm super proud of her.
I have a question. Both guys are underrated passers, with Lively having a positive assist-to-turnover ratio as a center. How do you plan on implementing them in your offense as well?
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about that last night. Is you know the creativity of these young men, and not joysticking them. You know, it does them no good, or their teammates. And so, as we get to know each other here closely in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to see what they can do that just comes naturally, from passing to being unselfish to seeing the play, you know, the next play that's coming. And so, as we talked about last night, you know, owning our mistakes, you know, that's something that we all have problems with, and being able to move forward. And I told him, look, I've turned the ball over. I think I hold a record for the most turnovers in a game. Just own it, move on. And these young men are prepared to do that. And so, but if they can pass, they will be able to play, because we have enough scoring.
Dereck, you were drafted with a guy named Wemby, who was drafted down the highway a little bit. Have you had a chance to talk to him at all, and are you looking forward to some of the matchups as you guys develop over the years?
Yeah, I got a chance to exchange a couple words with him. You know, I feel like he's a great guy, has a great personality, and I'm looking forward to the matchup, of course.
First, to your families and you guys, it does get cooler here. So just be patient. But what are your impressions of on the offensive end playing with Luka? What are you most excited about?
I mean, you know, Luka's one of the best players in the world. You know, just playing with a guy like that, I mean, you know, it's just amazing. I mean, you can learn so much from a guy like that, and he's an unselfish player. He's a player that, you know, loves to pass, loves to, you know, create, and, you know, I'm just excited to, you know, be able to, you know, play with a guy like that, learn from him, and just compliment him. And you know, for guys like us, you know, we don't need the ball in our hands, but you know, we're ready to, you know, whatever cut, finish, you know, you're going to be catching lobs from Luka, all those things. I mean, it's just exciting to play with a guy like that.
It's definitely going to get scary whenever I set a really good pick and he gets down the lane. And you're not going to know if he's going to get a kick-out three, a floater, get to the rim, or if he's going to throw it up for a lob. So I know it's definitely going to be a great way to just have fun on the offensive end.
So a question for both of you. I'm Noah Weber from the Smoking Cuban. I wanted to see if y'all decided what numbers y'all are wearing yet.
You know what? I think that's a perfect example. Let's actually, we're going to pose for a picture.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, so we have a roster and number announcement as we bring them up and move the chairs out. So after the trade with Brooklyn last February, Tim Hardaway Jr. requested a change to number 10, with Kyrie Irving then reserving the number 11, which Tim was wearing at the time, which left number 2 available for Dereck. So as we all get up and do some photo ops with the jerseys, we just want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
Yes, be more specific.
Slide over a little bit. Sit around. Which camera will we look at? There you go. Perfect.
Actually, we'll move Nico and Jay out, just maybe a couple of two of you. Are you good? Right on. Thank you, everybody.